How did the Ho Chi Minh Trail adapt despite constant bombing? Imagine a network of paths so tricky that even the most powerful Air Force struggled to shut it down. That's what the Ho Chi Minh Trail was, more than just one road. It was a maze of routes stretching from North Vietnam through Laos and Cambodia into South Vietnam. The North Vietnamese Army and Viet Cong used it to move troops, weapons, and supplies. Even with the United States launching heavy bombing campaigns, the trail kept running. How did they do it? Let's find out. First, the trail was not just one road but a complex web of many routes. When bombs destroyed a section, the North Vietnamese quickly rerouted traffic through alternative paths. This redundancy meant the supply chain could keep moving even if parts of it were hit. They built multiple parallel routes, so damage to one didn't stop everything. This made the trail very hard to fully destroy. Camouflage played a big role. The North Vietnamese used natural jungle cover, bamboo canopies, and trellises to hide roads and supply caches. They buried some routes under layers of leaves or disguised them with jungle foliage. This made it difficult for U.S. aircraft to identify and target the trail accurately. Many supply points and routes looked like ordinary jungle paths from the air. The North Vietnamese also kept repairing the damage quickly. Thousands of local villagers and Laotians helped repair bombed sections. By the late 1960s, they used modern equipment like bulldozers, graders, and rock crushers to rebuild roads fast. They even upgraded routes to withstand bad weather and heavy use, making the trail more durable. To avoid detection, much of the transport was done on bicycles and foot. This made it harder for U.S. planes to spot movement. Bicycles could use smaller, less obvious paths, and foot traffic could slip through areas where trucks couldn't go. Moving at night or during bad weather also helped avoid airstrikes. The trail was constantly expanding and improving. New routes were created to bypass damaged sections, and existing paths were widened or hardened with gravel and stones. They built hidden truck parks, supply caches, and workshops deep in the jungle, making it harder for bombs to wipe out everything at once. The North Vietnamese added anti-aircraft guns along the trail and nearby areas. These defenses made U.S. air operations more dangerous and less effective. The threat of attack forced U.S. planes to fly higher or avoid certain routes altogether. Nighttime movement and bad weather were also used to stay under the radar. When visibility was low or storms rolled in, the North Vietnamese could move supplies and troops more safely. This unpredictability kept the trail operational despite constant bombing. Finally, the logistics system was spread out over many small caches and storage points. Instead of one big supply depot, they used numerous smaller ones hidden in the jungle. This way, even if some caches were destroyed, the overall flow of supplies continued. All these clever tactics and adaptations kept the Ho Chi Minh Trail alive throughout the war. The North Vietnamese turned their environment and local help into a fortress of logistics. Despite the heavy bombing campaigns, the trail's resilience showed how strategic thinking and resourcefulness can overcome even the most intense efforts to cut off supplies.